Alright, so I feel like I have talked before about the background of pictures, especially in places like the Pine Street, and I really can't do anything about it, and I just can't. I've talked about it before. So I thought I'd start by saying that, and other things. I mean, when I say read the preliminary pages, read them. You know, read them. Read them about, you know, articles that I take pictures of and publish, you know, as parts of pages. Like, read the pages. You know, read the preliminary pages. I publish them so you'll read them. I say read them so you'll read them. Yeah, and as far as, like, you know, dating these people is concerned, it's like, I mean, what my not having had any experience with their lifestyle and kind of what the industry is like, I mean, you know, I didn't really, now I do. So now I know, you know, it's 6 years later, just about, and it's kind of been the same with everyone, really, and so now I know what they're like, so I don't have to feel bad, really, you know, I don't have to feel bad. R59991, it doesn't work. Obviously doesn't work. Never has. And I don't have to be like thinking, is there something I could have said, something I could have done? I don't have to worry about that because their entire value system is something that just doesn't work for me. It really doesn't. So you know, it doesn't. You know, it's. I don't feel unsure about it. I really don't. So I feel much better. In a way, you know, but now it's like, oh, I don't know. I mean, what is gonna happen? You know, it's just like, you know, I mean, like, who am I gonna meet when? I don't know. I mean, that's you know, another question that I'm gonna have to like answer somehow, I suppose. But as far as these people are concerned, that seems I think that question has gotten answered. Yeah, and I think too. I think too, I am feeling about like that entire industry and all of that stuff, kind of less, not less sad and angry, but kind of less, how am I going to put this? I understand that is an industry that has just, I mean, if there's an industry that has abused freedom of speech, that's the industry that's done it. I mean, they have no, don't care about anything, you know. I mean, they have no respect for what normal life is like or should be like, you know. I mean, they do whatever they want all the time, and then they protect themselves by saying, well, you know, you can't tell me what's right, you can't tell me what to say, you can't tell me what to publish, you can't tell me what to film, you can't tell me anything. You know, and sort of that question of what it means to regulate an actual industry when the industry is basically is to a certain extent, you know, based on freedom of expression is kind of a difficult question. But as far as I'm concerned, the industry is just this terrible, so terrible, and not something that's going to change overnight, and it could be something that's not going to change ever. So I don't have to feel like I failed, you know, just because I didn't like change that entire industry overnight. I didn't really, because I wasn't really all that involved, you know. I didn't really, it's not like I was everyone who like watched a ton of movies or like really watched a lot of television. I didn't even have a television in my own apartment for like all that time that I had an apartment. Most times I've had an apartment, I didn't have a television, and that was by choice, right? So I mean, you know, so now I know, you know. And even when you know something, even when the answer to something is not what you would rather have it be, you know, even I said before, like the fame thing is a big deal for me. You know, I personally don't think it would really be all that great to date a celebrity. I really don't. I think it would be hard. You know, I think it would be like people in the face all the time, and kind of the worst of human nature being brought out all the time, people bothering you all the time, and it's just like, oh, you know, I see what happens. They get followed by reporters all the time, blah blah blah. All right, you know, I mean, I don't want to do that. So there's that. But even just in terms of like, it would be nice to say, oh yeah, you know, you're nice people, but I just don't want to date a famous person. But I can't even say that. I can say, all right, I don't want to date a famous person, and you're not nice people. So you know, it's not a happy answer to the question, but at least the question has gotten answered. Both of those questions have gotten answered. You know, one, I don't want to date any of these people, and two, you know, it's going to take a long time for that industry to change, and it might not ever change. You know, and I can do what I can, but that's, you know, it's I'm one person, and it's like this monolithic thing. So that's how I'm feeling about it.